things go wrong. It's all good. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the PHNX Coyotes Podcast. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and leave us a 5-star review. I'm Leah here with Petey and Sean. Yep. We're out at the BetMGM Sportsbook in Glendale. Are you as in good of a mood as you were last time?
No.
Why?
I'm going to start right because last time we were here on the first Friday at the BetMGM, I was pretty fired up. I loved the scenery, and the scenery is still the same.
Still great. Beautiful,
lovely day. We got State Farm staying. But for some reason, and we'll get into it sooner, my mood's a little off today.
You know, is it the fact that there's still arena drama?
That would do it. Like if all the voters of Tempe had to do was just vote yes, and then we would literally be talking about the Stanley Cup Finals and Adin Hill and all those things.
Which we still are.
We still are, but we have to talk about arena again.
I know, but it's so funny. So Charles is here. Shout out Charles. And he walked in. He walked into BetMGM, and I said, "Oh my God, how's it going?" He goes, "Hell."
Yeah.
Look at the last month. I said,
I know.
I feel you. So we're all in it together, and we're gonna get it out of the way off the top because John Bucci sent out a cryptic tweet last night, of the Hunger Games. It's actually a Mockingjay, not a phoenix. If you're of Hunger Games lore, but it looks like a phoenix on fire. It's a GIF, and he's tweeted at Arizona Coyotes with a number of different emojis: the thinking emoji, the salute emoji, and the hug emoji. Anyway, kind of cryptic. Like, what does this mean? Apparently, if you just type Phoenix in GIF, this is the first thing that comes up. So you quote tweeted it with the shrug, and then Bucci quote tweeted your tweet with this GIF of Nicolas Cage running from a grocery store from the movie Raising Arizona carrying Huggies. And he said, Huggies equals Coyotes, Cage equals wink, and then the money emoji, the U.S. flag emoji, and the praying emoji.
So this is where if you follow Dan Brown, the author, you remember all that Robert Langdon, the guy that did all he's a cryptologist from Harvard. It's a book. It's a
Like the Da Vinci Code?
The Da Vinci Code guy, the character's named Robert Langdon. So this tweet by John Bucci, I would love to be able to send to Robert Langdon, and he could decipher the tweet for us, what everything means and all that. I have no idea what the hell he's trying to say. Like, so the rising out of the ashes of the Phoenix, that seems like it could be a good thing.
Phoenix as in Phoenix the city? Like, it's open to so many different interpretations.
And then people online were starting to say it looks like the Atlanta Thrashers logo, which it does. So is it moving back to Atlanta?
Stop.
Hard, by the way. Hard, no, not. So is it like? I don't know. I just don't know. And then
the cryptic tweets.
Can we go to the Nicolas Cage tweet? Can we talk about that? Because that's from a movie, Raising Arizona.
Yeah.
Now, how deep did he go down the rabbit hole? That's Raising Arizona, and he's stealing Huggies, and the Huggies are the Coyotes, and Cage is Wink. So someone is stealing the Coyotes. So what does that mean? But it's Raising Arizona, so that they stay in Arizona. I just don't know. I just don't know.
This is not what I wanted to be doing today.
No, and
I did not want to be unpacking cryptic tweets.
Of course, with Craig on the road, this had to happen today. And I know people saw this last night. I didn't see this last night because I was already in bed, so this was my first thing this morning tweet. Here's what I know. Nothing. No. This
is the show you get when Craig's gone.
Yeah, that's
All right, let's talk about the playoffs.
Good talk. The truth is, Gary Bettman wants his team in Arizona. Period. Full stop. This team is not going anywhere. Don't look for there to be big announcement today that the Coyotes are moving to Atlanta, because it ain't happening. The league and the commissioner want a team here in Arizona. They've had a commitment to this team in this market for a very long time, and that does not change today. They are giving this ownership group, as we reported earlier, they're giving this ownership group time to pursue other locations for an arena. That's real. And that's where we are at today. Because we reached out to the reporter at PHNX.
He's in the chat, Craig.
Craig is in the chat?
Yeah, he said, speaking of the Da Vinci Code, why do you think I'm in Paris?
Oh my God, maybe that's why he's breaking it down. It sent him to Paris. It was an arrow, and it sent him to Paris. If you know, you know.
But shout out Craig for working on his vacation, because Craig can never just take a vacation. Because Petey texted Craig at like 5 a.m. for Petey. I don't know. It was like 3 in the afternoon for Craig.
Didn't care.
And Craig reached out to sources. And this is what we got back. So Craig heard via a league source, I don't envision any material news breaking in the near term. They had done their homework and have new site options, which I expect them to pursue over the summer, but I don't think anything is imminent. So, that being said, I feel like we can all take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and just we know what we've known up until this point, which is they are right now committed to trying to find a site in Arizona. They are actively pursuing sites in Arizona. We have a sense of what those sites are, but not fully. We would all, oh my God, this is the best time ever to be given a wow beer. Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Emma. Yes, please.
And until we know more, we'll know more. A cryptic tweet isn't telling us anything. Actual sources like this league source is telling us something.
Things.
The team will tell us something.
Yes.
The league will.
And there's nothing coming from the team. There is no. You know what? There are things going on. There are rumors flying around out there. I've heard rumors of Salt River Fields. I've heard Matt Ishbia rumors. There are rumors out there, but there's absolutely nothing concrete other than the league wants a team here, and the team is pursuing other sites in the state of Arizona. And those two things are factual and real and reported. So I think that's where we're at today. I don't think there's any reason for Coyotes fans to be excited and or disappointed with anything that you see on the internet today. There's nothing coming out today. This team isn't moving today. There's not going to be an announcement that there's breaking ground in Mesa. There is absolutely nothing. So relax over the weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Now, did John Bucci hear something around his connections through the ESPN studios? He absolutely may have.
Yeah.
And maybe that the people he's talking to know stuff that's going on. That may absolutely be true. But there'll be nothing today. So don't hang on to Twitter today.
Yep. And also, Bucci tweeted an Anaheim Ducks GIF also yesterday.
Yes.
With the eyes emoji. And then today tweeted a trailer for a documentary. So, like, it could be something
could be something like that. Who
benign.
knows?
Who knows? Joe in the chat said, Bucci posted that in honor of Fireball from last Friday on the par 3, wearing my new shirt today. Yeah, Joe literally rolled up. I was on a hole that was a par 3.
Yes.
Joe rolled up. They were all wearing matching polos,
Very
and they
cool.
all did Fireball shooters.
Seriously?
Yeah. So,
well,
shout
in
out
honor of
Joe.
them. Maybe it was in honor of them. And you know what? John Bucci is a guy, he's pretty dialed into the hockey here through ESPN. So he absolutely may have heard something.
Mm-hmm.
How do I say stuff? I think take it as positive news. Can I leave it at that?
Yeah.
Take it as positive news.
It's not.
Yes.
It doesn't need to be.
I can't expand other than that, but I think it's positive.
Okay.
news. There's nothing negative to read into that.
Okay.
Okay. Can we toast?
Yeah. Wait.
Okay.
Hold on. So I've been drinking coffee. I actually have this BetMGM mug, but I'm gonna put this down on the floor.
Yeah. Like, how many things do you need?
I have 3 cups right now, but I can't take a sip of beer because I just drank coffee. So let me drink water for 1 second.
Oh my god!
Because you want to drink
coffee? Is that even a thing?
Do you want to have
I thought you were working.
Just talking to people.
I don't know. He's just talking to people. He's supposed to be working. He said he was working right now.
You can't take a sip of coffee and then a sip of beer. That's kind of gross. Oh.
What if it's a coffee flavored beer?
That's fine, but that's not what this is.
Arizona sports guys here too.
All right. Well.
Okay.
Cheers. We got our Wow Wheat beer. We're gonna put the arena talk aside for the rest of the day.
So not moving back to Desert Diamond. Okay.
We're in Glendale. The Coyotes are not. But that's
oh my
good.
God, is that good? When the sun is shining, there's literally nothing
mood,
better than a wow.
Your mood just changed. Your whole mood just changed.
Did you hear what I just did? I just said wow, and it was literally spontaneous. Do you think that's how they named the beer?
Probably.
I bet it is.
Probably.
Oh, that's really cool.
All right. Well, if you're here at BetMGM, which a few of you are, head on to the bar. They have Wow on tap. We'll be drinking Four Peaks all day. We're here all day. We got Knockout Nights Cornhole Tournament tonight, so stay around for that. But we're drinking Four Peaks for now. Man, with the sunny sky in the back, and this is your phone ringing?
Yep. Sorry, you turned the volume on it. I didn't.
Yeah, that was Leah. You did kind of set Petey up for failure there a little earlier.
We're scattered. Check out at Four Peaks Brew or at Four Peaks Pub to keep up with the latest at Arizona's hometown brewery. Gotta be 21 or older to enjoy Four Peaks, and please drink responsibly.
Your version of Off the Rails is so funny to me.
Yeah.
Leah has produced enough Sun Devil shows to know what
this is not off the rails.
Like.
So it's not off the rails.
This is not off the rails. Also, unless this is after 11 p.m. on a post-game show, our show is usually not that off the rails. But we have had a few. Listen, lots going on right now in the sports world. The D-backs are on fuego right now.
See?
Amazing win yesterday. Electricity. So make sure you're not missing out and catch the D-backs on Bally. And you might be wondering, Bally's not on a lot of providers. Where do I watch? Fubo TV. They have 140 plus live channels of sports, shows, movies, and news. You can stream live TV from any device. They have 1,000 hours of cloud DVR included at no extra charge. So make sure you watch the D-backs with Fubo TV. Use the link in the description to sign up for 15% off your first month of Fubo Pro. All right, let's talk about what we originally were going to talk about today and not the cryptic tweets and arena news. The Stanley Cup Final. It starts tomorrow.
Wow.
Vegas and Florida. Who would have thought?
Yeah, we all did, didn't we? Didn't we all? Oh, look at the smartass over there.
Only in the last round.
You didn't have
Give it a break.
You didn't have it in August.
Yeah, come on.
Buddy, I had Colorado. How'd that work out? Not so good.
I had Boston.
Colorado. Whoops.
Oopsie.
Oh, well.
All right, so this is going to be an interesting one. Two kind of different paths to the Cup. You got Vegas, who dominated the regular season, 51, 22, and 9, 111 regular season points. They beat Winnipeg in 5. They beat Edmonton in 6. They beat Dallas in 6. So kind of, they've dominated the West. Then you got Florida, who just barely squeaked in. They were 42, 32, and 8 in the regular season, 92 points. So that's a huge point difference between the two teams, 19 points between them. They beat Boston barely in overtime of Game 7 in the first series, but then they rolled from there. They beat Toronto 4-1, and then they swept Carolina. And now these two who have really neither team has really struggled in these playoffs come to a head in the Stanley Cup Final.
And struggled. The Panthers are 11-1 in their last 12. 11-1.
That's insane.
They were down 3-1 to the Boston Bruins, and you go, okay, this is all over. They're done. They have gone 11-1 in their last 12. They swept Carolina, unless you're Rob Brindamore, and we know Rob Brindamore said they didn't get swept. They got swept. They beat Toronto. This team right now, here's the concern. They've been off for a long time. Like, you look at the break Vegas had. Vegas is on with a 4 or 5 day break. My math sucks, but it's not very long. Florida's been off for a while.
Yeah.
Like, they've been off since the previous Wednesday.
And the thing about Florida, they've been riding a momentum wave that they've had since the end of the season. Does the momentum get cut because they've been off so long? And
that's the question. And not just the team, but what about Bobrovsky? And you look at goaltenders. When goaltenders are playing well, it's when they're seeing the puck all the time and often, and they stay in a rhythm and stay in a role. And I'm not so sure this is going to cause some problems for this Florida team. The one good thing for them is that I'm not sure what was he being a smartass?
He
again?
just tried. He was just
both.
drinking coffee and beer at the same time
to show you that it's doable.
Anyway,
that's something for Nashville. But I think the one thing that Florida can rest their be okay with is they're starting off in Vegas. So game 1, honestly, if game 1's a throwaway and you have to lose game 1, you're on the road and you can still hold serve and keep your home, your home ice is fine. So game 1, if it takes them one game to get their legs back and get their momentum back and get the goaltending back and get Tkachuk back to where he was, I think that's okay. So luckily for them, because if they lose that game at home, now you're in trouble. Now you've lost home ice advantage, and you could be in trouble. Yeah. So I think it's okay that they're starting there. I'm curious to see if they have the legs, because you can practice all you want at a high intensity. You can scrimmage each other, but you can't scrimmage too hard because you don't want to get hurt.
Yeah,
that's one, and you can't replicate game situations where Vegas has been on a, hey, you can say that last game was a blowout because it was, but prior to that Dallas series was tough.
Yeah, a couple of overtimes.
Yeah, so they were playing. They're probably more on their game and more game ready than Florida. But all that changes after game 1, and the momentum changes.
Yeah. So strengths and weaknesses of each team. I think let's start with the goaltending, because the goaltending is very, very interesting. Both teams playing with goalies who were not even their starters at some point during the season. Adin Hill, former Coyote, we know him well here, was their 3rd or 4th string backup, but he's really carried them. He's done what he needs to do. And then obviously on the other side, you have Bobrovsky, who's putting up a Conn Smythe contending playoff run here for the Florida Panthers. They are blowing leaves outside, so if you can hear that, I apologize.
Whoops. Sorry to audio listeners. But it's funny because when you talk about goaltenders, you have to say Sergei Bobrovsky is one of the names we're going to talk about for the Conn Smythe. But Adin Hill's numbers are better. His save percentage they're close.
Yeah.
Bobrovsky's 9.35 and Adin Hill's 9.37. Save goals against average. Adin Hill's better there too. He's 2.07 versus Bobrovsky's 2.21. They both didn't start for their team in game one of this playoffs.
It's crazy. What the heck?
So you're looking at two guys. You got Lyon gave Florida some hope and got them into the playoffs, and Bobrovsky was on the bench at the end of the season, and now he is not only the guy, he's one of the leading candidates for the MVP of the playoffs. But Adin Hill's playing better. Difference. Adin Hill plays behind a Vegas Golden Knight team that defends extremely well. And they protect the house, which is the area right in front of the net. So even though Adin Hill may give up a few chances, he doesn't give up that second chance. He doesn't give up the tip and screen and rebound chances. He gets and has to make the first save. Bobrovsky, the Florida Panthers don't defend quite as well. You look at Florida's defense, you've got a mobile offensive defense. So Bobrovsky's going to have to make that second save. He's going to have to make the dramatic, oh my gosh, save. And I think, so when you look at the two, what they've been doing, Hill's numbers are better, but Bobrovsky has been absolutely dynamic and saved this team. And because of them, they're here. If not for Bobrovsky, they don't make it through Boston.
Yeah. Tim, first of all, said the layoff didn't affect the Nuggets last night, which is a good point. Maybe if you're just the better team, it doesn't matter whether you rested or whether you kept going. I also love this from AZ Sports Guy. Can't wait for Bob to be sent to Arizona as a cap dump.
Yeah, hold your breath on that
very
one.
on brand
Can you
for
imagine?
this team.
Okay.
Add him to the rafters with those greats. Oh, man. But, yeah, it should be interesting. And then when you move, to the skaters, to me, it's Matthew Tkachuk has been the leader on that front for Florida. And then for Vegas, I mean, Marchessault has been on fire, 7 points in his last 5 games. Each of them have 4 goals in their last 5. And Jack Eichel has been pretty good as well for Vegas. So what are you looking for from the skaters for both these teams?
Well, we've talked about Bobrovsky as being the catalyst to getting them this far in the playoffs. Matthew Tkachuk has been the soul of this team, and he plays with such an intensity that it makes you and drags everybody else into that level of compete. And you see that from this team. He is the emotional leader. He's the on-ice leader. He is the points leader. This team is going to follow Tkachuk. And I questioned Craig Morgan earlier when Craig Morgan
He's still in our chat, by the way.
When Craig said that he was now the best Tkachuk, I don't think there's a question about that now. And I will have to say the longevity of his career, but you have to say that what Matthew Tkachuk is doing for this Florida Panther team right now is absolutely legendary. So this team will go as Matthew Tkachuk goes. I don't think the same thing holds true with Vegas. And one of the things about Vegas, I know Eichel's been playing well, but he is not the driving force as you see with Tkachuk. The one thing about Vegas is they're spreading out their goals. They're spreading out their offense. It's somebody different every day. It could be Stevenson, Marchessault, Riley Smith. It could be someone different. They are not. They didn't have anybody in the top 50 in scoring in the regular season. And I think you're looking at a team that just does it together as a group. And here's one thing. I know you watch Eichel play in the playoffs, and he's been good. I wish he played harder. I wish Jack Eichel played like Matthew Tkachuk. I wish he had that drive because you look at Jack Eichel's skill level and his ability to get through the ice quickly when he puts the pedal down. The kid's got elite talent. He's an unbelievable puck mover. He can make great plays. I just don't see that same bite that you see from Tkachuk. And if he ever finds that gear, my goodness, could he take over? Because he is a phenomenal hockey player. I watched him a lot last series, and you saw there were opportunities where he got the puck past the blue line on a rush, and you were just hoping, kick it into high gear. You've seen McDavid do that, where McDavid just blows the doors off the defenseman, and then Eichel doesn't. He almost stands up straight-legged waiting. Where's the next wave of players? Where am I going to make the pass? Dive in. I wish he would find that level of compete.
It's interesting because I feel like he did have that when he was in Buffalo and he was like the only person there. Because I feel like there were so many times where I watched Sabres games and it was like, if this guy touches the puck, he's probably going to score because he's the best player on the ice. And now it's almost like he has more talent around him, and it becomes like the Michelli thing almost, where like he's deferring, or the Keller thing, he's deferring to the talent around him as opposed to being the guy that, I mean, we've seen him be before.
Yeah, and I think part of that too, when you look at the goals, who's scoring the goals for this team, we talked about Eichel and his points. He's 4th in the playoffs for the Vegas Golden Knights and their scoring. He's 4th
in goals.
In goals.
Yeah.
And I think that speaks to I'm looking for that pass. I wish he would just, and maybe he will. This is the Stanley Cup Finals for a guy that hasn't been in the playoffs
That's crazy.
in his entire career.
Yeah.
Now he's in the finals. Maybe we will see that, because if you get Tkachuk and Eichel going into the corner to compete for a puck right now, my money's on the Cats. Like, Tkachuk's coming out with a puck. Like, he just is. Because I don't know if Eichel's got that bite. Let's hope he finds it, because he is a fun player to watch, and his skill level is absolutely dynamic. But the edge in the forwards right now, I have to say, has to go to Florida right now, just because of what Matthew Tkachuk can do.
First of all, Craig, love that you're in Paris, and it's like 8 p.m. on a Friday, and you're in our chat. So 2 comments from Craig. First of all, he said, this is Craig's favorite goalie stat. Bob leads the playoffs with goals saved above expected, 19.7. So
that's insane.
We all know Craig loves that stat, but it is a worthy stat to recognize. And then Craig also said, remember what a key role the Panthers played in building the Golden Knights? Marchessault and Smith during the expansion draft summer. So it is crazy. These 2 teams they do have, that thread that ties them together. It's interesting. And in their regular season series, they were 1-1. So they each got one in the regular season. Right now, the odds on this,
yes,
the tightest series price in the Stanley Cup Final since 2007.
Seriously?
Between Anaheim and Ottawa.
Huh.
So currently on BetMGM, Florida is plus 110 and Vegas is minus 130. You know what's not that? The NBA Final, where freaking the Nuggets were like minus 400 or something.
Yeah.
Like, this is so much, like, this could literally go either way, and we'll give our predictions here in a little bit. But
we have to do that?
We do. One of us will be right. If we each...
I should just flip a coin because I suck at this.
Oh, me too. Petey, no. We'll wait till we get to that section. But another little interesting tidbit here for us as the PHNX Coyotes show. There's 3 former Coyotes in this. One of them's winning the Stanley Cup no matter what.
Wow.
We got Phil Kessel and
right
Adin
on.
Hill.
Yep.
Adin Hill could freaking be the goaltender that leads the Vegas Golden Knights to their first Stanley Cup in 6 years, by the way. Not salty that they made it to 2 finals in 6 years. And then on the other side, you have Anthony Duclair.
And
and Nick Cousins.
Yeah.
Forgot about him. Sorry, Nick Cousins. And then, obviously, Matthew Tkachuk, born in Arizona. I know he technically didn't grow up here, but...
So we can celebrate either way.
Yeah, like,
Boy, buddy.
someone
Cheers to
with
that.
Arizona and Coyotes ties
Yes,
is
please.
winning the Stanley Cup. And that's another thing. I love that neither of these teams have won. I love parity in the sport. I love that we're kind of in that new age. And I love the Sun Belt thing. Listen, I know Coyotes fans can't stand the Golden Knights. I can't stand the Golden Knights. But I love that, like, we've been joking that it's the sweatiest Stanley Cup final ever. And it probably is.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine?
2 different types of sweaty, too. But I love that this is 2 Sunbelt teams and 2 teams who have never won.
Yeah,
love it.
There's a couple things. From the television ratings perspective, I think they'd rather
Not
have
my problem.
the Rangers and the Avs in this one. But from a fan perspective, this is exactly what you want to see when you talk about the Sun Belt and the expansion of this league, having teams south of the, I don't know, Mason-Dixon. And was that east-west or north-south? I don't know. But the southern teams in the Sun Belt markets competing for a Stanley Cup. I mean,
love it.
So I think that's great for hockey as a whole. I think I hope it's as close as what the odds are saying. I hope it is.
Me too. I hope it's like 7 games.
Yeah, because we all
6
sat
or
there.
7.
We sat there last round going, these are going to be that Carolina, Florida. Boy, that's going 6 or 7. No, it didn't. It didn't. And even the Vegas series, what we said, it did go 6, but 2 of those games were lopsided.
Yeah.
In Vegas's favor. So I hope this drags out. I hope they're close games. I want to see overtime games in the Stanley Cup Final.
Me too.
I want to see the compete level. I don't want to see 6-0. I don't want to see that. And you saw the basketball game last night. It was like, yeah, exactly. Boring. Let's get this 6 or 7 games in overtime. Hell, let's see the first one go 4. Let's see 4 overtimes, just like Carolina. Hell yeah, I'm in.
Sorry, TNT.
Because who won't care me.
Oh, man. Michael in the chat said, Sunbelt hockey boys and girls, and with Tampa in recent history, let no one utter ever again that hockey doesn't work in warm weather climate cities.
Exactly.
Very, very true. Speaking of sweaty, it might be a little hot in Nashville.
Oh, buddy. Throw it in a circle.
Oh man, we're just I think a few weeks away, just over 3 weeks away from heading to Nashville. Yes. Oh yeah, here we go. He's coming. Shane's coming.
Shane is throwing it in a circle right now, and be tuned in because there is a very good chance that
I'm not
even sure what throwing in a circle means, but there is a good chance that Petey throws it in a circle.
I'm ready. And if you want to come with us, Sean will be there. You'll be there. I'll be there. Shane will be there. Michaela will be there. Craig will be there. DNVR, CHGO. It's going to be a whole thing. And we want you to come with us. There's literally just a handful of tickets available, and we're running out of time for you to buy them. So go to PHNX.com/events. Grab your tickets to Vegas. If you're a diehard, you get 20% off. You also get a shirt, like a custom shirt,
cool
only for this trip.
Cool.
So
shirt.
no one else can get it except
Cody
for you.
in Nashville.
We're going on a boat. We're going to a winery.
Can I sing that song when we're on the boat?
Sure.
I'm on a boat. Yeah, I will. I'll sing it.
Shout out Lonely Island.
Lonely Island on a
Going
boat.
Fast, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
love it.
We're gonna do it. I will. I'll have to learn it. You'll have to help me, DP.
Love it. And if you have any
Do we
questions,
have alcohol on the boat?
Yes, there will be alcohol.
Is that
Boy,
not
howdy.
the point
It's a
of the
booze
boat?
cruise.
Yeah.
Buddy, I
It's a
don't
booze
know.
cruise. Yeah. But you don't have to drink.
I'm not 25.
I don't think there's a whole lot of doing fun things in Nashville that don't naturally involve alcohol.
Fair point.
Fair enough. But if you can't make it to Nashville, come hang out with us tonight. Like I said,
Caleb, geography lesson.
Geography.
Coming
Caleb's
from a
the teacher.
I
Yeah.
know. Can't work on the teacher.
Oh man. All right.
Caleb.
Knockout Nights Cornhole Tournament tonight. First Friday of every month, May through August. It's free to enter. Food and beverage specials, sportsbook matches, giveaways. We're here live all day, so come hang out with us. A few of you already are, but we'll be here tonight still for cornhole. So come take us on. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Graham Taylor.
And oh my gosh,
Pop it in the chat.
become a diehard
Former
today.
producer, Fox Sports Arizona.
Check out phnxlocker.com to grab your membership to receive exclusive content discounts on all events and merch and access to our Discord chats.
Did you then feel like I will say this, when you have, it's not even 11:30 yet and we're drinking beer, don't you feel like you're like, it's almost like playing hooky on vacation? It's giving me that vibe right now.
Well, you know what else? Like today, Friday, we're at the sportsbook drinking beer. Last Friday, we were at the golf tournament. Like I feel
and
like
when you
Friday,
say we, you mean you.
Yeah, Friday. Well, everyone except you, pretty much. Friday Fun Day is in full swing. It really is.
Oh, buddy,
Love it.
I don't know. Mine must have a hole in it because
And
yours is.
If you want to continue your Friday Fun Day, stop by Illegal Pete's because they have amazing margaritas.
Margarita Mondays.
I need to try the spicy margarita. I've had Illegal Pete's this week, twice, but I didn't go. It was brought to me,
Yes.
so I need to actually go and try the new spicy margarita. They also have the prickly pear, which I love. So check that out. And they have Margarita Monday at Illegal Pete. So if you're thinking, not Friday Fun Day, how about Margarita Monday? Exclusive to Arizona locations, $3 margs all day, every Monday. Nothing brightens up that Monday mood more than soaking up the sun with a few margaritas. And don't forget about Taco Tuesdays. It's just a great...
Margarita Mondays, Taco Tuesdays.
$2 tacos all day, every Tuesday. Okay. I'm fine. Enjoy your favorite chicken, pork, and veggie tacos for just $2. Swing by and start your week off the right way at Illegal Pete's.
I do. I see another trip behind the curtain at PHNX. Leah Merrill has her ad reads where we have to read, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing, and I just saw the big Manscaped thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just was looking at my Florida Panthers, and I'm thinking Radko Gudas next time. I'm thinking we might have to introduce Radko Gudas to Manscaped.
All right.
He's an absolute mess. Clean his shit
well,
up a little bit.
All the guys with playoff beards need it.
Oh boy, howdy! Yeah, that's where we're headed. Oh, my back. My back hurts.
Okay, prediction time. First of all, only one of us four got the final correct.
Of course.
But let's not give him too much credit because this was our picks from last round. So it's not like he picked this from the start. But Sean, let's look at our conference final picks. I'm only salty because Petey and I were completely wrong. We had Dallas and Carolina.
Yep.
Craig was 50% right. He's been riding with Florida the whole way. He had Dallas and Florida, and Sean chose Florida and Vegas, and he chose Vegas because he feels like Jack Eichel is on a personal mission against him, which is fair enough.
Sometimes you think you're the center of the universe. Sometimes you are the center of the universe. And in this case, I am the center of the universe.
You clearly are. And so do we make him go first?
Sean?
Yeah.
Sean.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
So let's give our picks for the Stanley Cup Final. It's 50-50, Sean. What do you got?
Okay, well, I think you know where I'm going on the...
Yeah, for
Vegas.
sure.
I mean, it's the personal revenge tour. I got to keep rocking with it. I mean, Really?
Can you imagine
you
Jack
ask
Eichel
me?
gets a trophy before Connor McDavid?
Wild.
From a pure hockey, like if I didn't have any personal connection to this, I probably would choose the Florida Panthers. But my official pick is going to be the Vegas Golden Knights because Jack Eichel hates me.
Okay. Petey.
Well, here's. I think it's going to be the Boston Bruins. Too late for that one. Little too late for that one.
Oops.
I'm going to go opposite of DP, and I'll tell you why. So I'm going to go with the Florida Panthers, and here's I think Matthews Tkachuk is going to drag this team into war, and they will literally leave everything on the ice every chance they get. And Bobrovsky versus Adin Hill. Here's the concern I have. Bobrovsky is a more experienced goaltender that's been in more pressure situations than Adin Hill at this point. This is Adin Hill's first opportunity to play in the playoffs, and there was a moment in the last round versus Dallas in Game 5 where he gave up a goal, and you saw that, that one, it was a wrist shot from Dellandrea from the wall, and you go, ooh, that's a bad goal. And you just for a moment saw a crack in Adin Hill's armor, like, ooh, that confidence went down. So it won't take much to get Adin Hill to go, oh, I started this year off in the American League. And it'll creep in, and where Bobrovsky's the man. I think that's going to come down to once Adin Hill has a tough game, it's going to be hard for him to come back from that. So I'm going to take the Florida Panthers, and I hope it goes long. I think this is going to go 7. I think they're going to end up playing the last game of the season in Vegas, Game 7, battling it out for the trophy going down the strip. So let's see. I think Florida drops Game 1, but I think they come back and win it in 6 or 7. Sorry.
All right. So I did text Craig. He might still be here. I don't know. He said Florida. He's riding with Florida. He's been riding with Florida this entire time. So that's Craig's official pick. So right now we have 2 for Florida, 1 for Vegas. And here's
it all comes down to you, Leah.
So here's where I'm conflicted, okay? This is 100% true. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I was 0% picking the East winners.
Fire.
0. I was 0 for 4 in the first round.
Not good at hockey.
I was wrong the whole way in the East, and I was like about 50-ish% in the West. And I went back and watched our conference final predictions, and I said, sorry, Carolina, but I'm picking Carolina because I was like already apologizing in advance that I was cursing them.
Right.
So here's what I think I'm going to do.
Oh, no.
I want Florida to win the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
I prefer Florida to win the Stanley Cup. I'm not going to curse them. I'm picking Vegas.
There you go.
Damn. I wanted to be right. Now I'm going to be wrong.
What is with Leah? Leah not good at hockey. I don't know what happened. You were so good at hockey.
I've watched this sport my entire life.
You're so good at hockey.
I know nothing.
But I think you are not alone in this year's playoffs. There is, I won't say nobody, but Vegas and Florida, really, who had this coming in? Really? Florida, we talked about Pittsburgh should have been in the playoffs anyway, and it's not even. So no, you're fine. You're really good at this, Leah.
So I'm trying to do a little reverse jinx action.
I'm all in.
I just put a poll in the chat. What's your pick? Vote in the poll. Craig said Panthers win the cup. Matthew Tkachuk wins Conn Smythe. Let's talk about Conn Smythe.
Let's go to Conn Smythe.
And let's do both scenarios, Vegas and Florida.
See, here's the problem. I don't know if Vegas has a Conn Smythe trophy winner. I just looked on. You look at Eichel and his numbers, but he hasn't wow, Jack Eichel. Marchessault's had some big goals, got a hat trick, but nothing. Oh, what a guy! He's pulled this. It's Tkachuk and Bobrovsky. Period. I don't know who it is on Vegas, and that's, again, part of the reason I'm picking them. And here's the problem. Because I'd love to pick Tkachuk to win the Conn Smythe. He's got 3 overtime winners. Really? What? That's pretty impressive. But Bobrovsky is the guy that got him here. So it has to be, in my opinion, without Bobrovsky, they don't get here. Toss up. I'm going to go with the Arizona Ties. I'm saying the Conn Smythe winner is Matthew Tkachuk.
Wow.
I changed my mind at the very last moment.
Yeah, you were not. That's not where that was going.
I was Bobrovsky all the way until right now, and I'm going Tkachuk.
Okay, so I actually have a future on Bobrovsky to win the Conn Smythe.
Do you really?
BetMGM.
At BetMGM?
Yeah. And I got it at better odds. Right now, Bobrovsky leads the pack plus 200, so he has the best odds to win the Conn Smythe, followed by Matthew Tkachuk is plus 300. And then
Who's
you get
the top Vegas guy?
Jack Eichel plus 400, and then Marchessault plus 650.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
But what if Adin Hill wins the Stanley Cup with a couple of shutouts?
Well, that's the thing. And right now in BetMGM, Adin Hill's plus 1,000. So if you
dive in
tomorrow when you log into BetMGM and you get your free bet on Saturday,
Adin Hill
do it in the morning before the changes.
Adin Hill future.
$5 on plus 1,000.
Because if he gets a shutout, Boy, howdy.
I mean, I feel like he doesn't even necessarily, like you talked about, there's no one on the
There's
the Golden
nobody.
Knights that
There's
is,
nobody running away with
dominating.
it. Yes.
If Adin Hill's the better goalie in this situation,
100%
and no
agree.
one's I think it's either going to be, if Vegas wins, it's either going to be their goaltender
Or Eichel.
I think it's going to be Marchessault just because.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Just based off of the spiritual, or not the spiritual, but like the emotional. revenge
Over
against
Florida.
Wow. And
Bonjour.
Jack Eichel. I feel like he's going to want it more than Jack Eichel because Jack Eichel's soft.
Wow.
This isn't even a BetMGM ad read right now, but right now on BetMGM, you can bet on the correct series result. You can bet on how many games the series will go, the series total, games over under, series game spreads, number of games to go to overtime, number of shutouts, team to score the most goals, top goal scorer of the series. Like, there's so much. There's so much.
Oh, futures. Let's get on that.
Oh, Petey, maybe we'll go to the counter after
We'll go to
this
the
because
window.
it's nothing like holding a ticket in your
I
hand.
love holding the ticket.
Oh, man. But, yeah, get your bets in. And that wasn't even a BetMGM ad read. That was just me telling you.
Yeah.
Just telling you. Go get them because they have the best odds. I promise
Sammy
you.
D's got cats in 6.
Cats in 6. Let's check in on the poll. Oh, my God. Okay. 100% of the vote is on Florida right now.
Yeah. How many votes? 14.
Keep voting. There's more than 14 of you watching. Go vote.
That's actually not bad.
Go vote.
All I will say is I hate being a fence sitter, but if you want my actual hockey opinions on what I think is going to win, PHNX bets at 2?
3.
3? 3. 3.
Yeah.
PHNX bets at 3.
Yeah. Check
Bet
out.
was at 3 today?
Well, so there's.
Bet's at 3?
Shane said all he does is fence sit. Yeah, Bet's at 3 today because the Phoenix Suns hired a head coach.
So they're next?
So they're stealing the bet slide at noon. So stay tuned on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel if you want to hear that.
All right.
But yeah, we're here back. Like, there's shows from now until like
Cornhole?
6 p.m. today. Yeah, literally till
From now
cornhole.
till cornhole.
So
is that a time? Is that a time on the watch from now till cornhole?
yeah, and Sean will also
something
be
about
on
that doesn't sound
TBSP
right.
at 5.
It is currently 15 to cornhole. No, it's like 4 hours, 5 hours.
Nicholas has money on Florida winning and Tkachuk getting the Conn
But
Smythe.
let's go back to the hockey part of it. Anyway, this Florida Panther team shouldn't fucking be here. Sorry, they're not as good as so many of the teams that were in this playoff hunt, and we're talking X's and O's and doing things right. This team didn't do things right through the regular season. They just didn't. They didn't defend well. They didn't create offense. They weren't the fast cats that they were a year ago. They didn't play with speed like with Huberdeau, and yet here they are. And why? Because it's not always X's and O's. Sometimes it's the heart, the desire, the work ethic. And this team has just been downright better than everybody they played. And they pulled out their bootstraps, and they've followed Matthew Tkachuk into the war. There you go.
All right, I'm going to close the poll. So Florida ended with 94% of the vote. Vegas, 6%.
Wow. But can we talk about a parade down Las Vegas Boulevard? Oh, my God.
Insane.
Yes, please.
Can we go?
Yes, please. Wait, I think we need to be there live. Like, we need to send a crew, don't we? If they're on the strip,
it's for work.
Put in a call with Phil. Get us on a.
We're on the bet. We get called BetMGM. They got rumor has it they got a few casinos there.
What? Oh God.
BetMGM's got a few casinos there, I think. But can you imagine them rolling that thing down? I can't even imagine.
Either can I.
The Bellagio fountains, etc., etc. Think they'd bring the Pirates back?
The Pirates?
Treasure Island? They used to have a pirate show live at Treasure Island.
Don't they still?
No.
Oh.
Cut the show. Budget
Bummer. Well,
she should know that.
Driving to Vegas isn't for everyone, but there's a lot of fun activities here in the Valley. And, when it's hot, it's too hot to do stuff outside. Head inside at Octane Raceway in Mavericks. They have a ton of fun stuff going on this summer. Summer engineering camp for kids, May 30th to July 31st, and then May 30th to August 4th, free bowling all summer for kids
Who does
15
not like
and
bowling?
under.
Didn't you win the bowling when we bowled
I did beat Sean and Totri in bowling.
Yep.
So book some fun at Octane Raceway in Mavericks. They got kart racing, virtual reality, laser tag, axe throwing, bowling, arcades, great food and drinks.
No. The axes, I'm going to say no to the axes personally. That's not my jam. But the cars, fire. Like, and I will say this about the cars.
Laser tag is also fire.
Well, yeah. 55, I don't need that's too much pressure running around. The cars, I can sit down and do it. They're way faster than you think. like way faster. Like you're like, oh, like because in that practice lap, they like hold back your gas. I don't know how they do it, but they do. And then you go, okay, it's time to race. You're like, oh, oh, boy howdy,
boy howdy.
They're legit. That's fast.
Oh man! All right, and check out OctaneRaceway.com and Mavericks.com to learn more.
Oh my God.
Craig said, about to take a boat trip down the Seine. Photo ops on the Rive Droite. Who chooses the Rive Gauche? Vids next week from Paris and Heidelberg. See y'all. And by the way, he did send us a photo on Slack of like a high up view of Paris and said, actually, it was really funny what he said. He said, searching for county islands from up above. Hey, listen, the Paris Coyotes, if we have to move to Paris, I'm in. Oh, man. Well, Petey, I would recommend for all of us, it's been another week. Take an OGs this weekend.
Oh, buddy.
Unwind.
And a couch. I'm in.
Relax. Take an OGs.
Got some of the backpack if you want some, Petey.
Really?
Do you? Oh,
I got a flight tonight. I got to be ready.
Oh, man. Yeah, they have something for sleep edition. If you can't get to sleep, try OGs.
I can't get to sleep.
Literally, I've heard amazing things.
Okay.
And not only do they have something for everyone, but they have delicious flavors. Yeah, blackberries and cream, orange creamsicles, peaches and cream, watermelon, red apple,
creamsicle,
peach.
I'm just watching the guy work.
And
Keep
just,
going. I'm watching
you're just watching someone and going, creamsicle,
creamsicle,
creamsicle. Just say that 3 times and OGs will appear.
No place like home.
You can check out OGs online at ogsbrands.com and on Instagram at ogsbrands.
Do you want me to finish your beer for you? Or are you
No,
good?
I've been talking a lot. You can also find their products at your local dispensary. Must be 21 years or older to purchase. All right. Before we go, got any weekend binge?
You know, mine aren't. They're very, very fun. I'm back on my
You're
BritBox.
still staring out that
I know.
way.
I watched that guy work.
The camera's here.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That BritBox thing. I went the Karen Peary. By the way, if you're into those mysteries and those dark things that you're trying to unravel what's going on, that Karen Peary on BritBox, absolute phenomenal 3-part miniseries. I would encourage people to dive into BritBox because there are so many things outside of the norm. You'll find yourself in a whole new world of mystery and entertainment on BritBox.
I love how you get on your BritBox soapbox.
I love
every
BritBox.
week.
Karen Peary it's a phenomenal show that nobody will ever hear of, and you'll go, "Oh, I watched Karen Peary." Outstanding.
Love it. Sean, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Sean's getting on a flight tonight to Buffalo.
Did
Sean,
you download
what did you
anything?
download for the plane?
I haven't downloaded anything yet. I'm a big. It's a red eye, so I'll probably be sleeping, watching some podcasts or listening to some podcasts. I think I said this maybe earlier in the week. Someone definitely will be watching in person the National Lacrosse League final in Buffalo against the Colorado Mammoth. DNVR, eat your heart out. And 2 things. I recently started Shameless.
Shameless is excellent.
Excellent. You're just starting it?
Yeah, just starting it.
It's so good.
Just started season 2. And then I know
You need to shower when you get done watching
Yeah.
it. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I watched this and thought it was funny.
Very grimy.
Yeah,
The
grimy.
end of season
Incredibly
1
grimy.
made me very uncomfortable, but that's what it is. Yeah, and this is Leah's favorite show, and by Leah's favorite show, I mean she doesn't understand it, and it's Shane's favorite show. I think you should leave season 3. I watched the entire season last night. I would suggest watching it. It's just as good as the other seasons. It's hilarious. Yeah.
All right.
That's a comedy thing, right?
Yeah,
I think
it's
you should
comedy.
leave. But it's like a sketch comedy
Yeah, it's like every episode's a different
thing.
skit, I guess.
How about you?
So I'm depressed because Succession and Ted Lasso are done.
Uh-oh. Well, have a good weekend,
What a
Leah.
fucking start to that.
So I'm lost. I'm also reading a book that I don't really like, but I'm like hate reading it. I'm just kind of like in limbo right now.
Oh my God. Look at DP though. Or not DP, CWP. CWP, really?
Catching him on BattleBots.
BattleBots. I remember, my kid and I did the battle. We literally bought the BattleBots. We had the BattleBots.
Hey,
and if you don't know what
CWP
BattleBots are, we had BattleBots.
BattleBot.
I don't
Anything
know what
that
they
involves
are.
fighting
Sorry.
robotics, I'm all about. Like
you
I'm
got to
all the way
build
in.
your own robot,
Absolutely.
and you put them in a ring, and they fight
Yes.
each other.
That's
and they have
fun.
weapons.
Robot fighting is
Robot
the
fighting.
best sport ever invented. in
BattleBots.
sentence.
Okay. Nicholas said D-backs game, F1 race this weekend, and the new Spider-Verse movie. That's a good call, Nicholas.
But is that
That's a good
streaming
call. No, but you can go to a movie theater.
Buddy, I'm not going to a theater.
It's okay.
Smells and people.
but I will
We should kidnap Petey sometime and just force him to do things in public.
Yeah, like a movie theater, buddy.
We can go.
Wait
hey,
3 months. It'll
we
be on
can go
streaming
to
for
a
free.
10
Already
a.m.
paid for
We
it.
can go to a 10 a.m. showing. Those exist.
Okay. Fewer people.
But I will say the show that I have been watching that I've been loving, and I've said it on Weekend Binge before, but I want to say it again. Snowfall on Hulu. Just finished season
Really?
4. Excellent.
Is that a thing?
3.
What-
We just
what is
finished
it, a
season
drama?
3.
Is it a drama, a mystery?
It's drama. It's like the
Murder
80s.
mystery?
No.
Oh.
It's in the 80s, and it's like they're bringing drugs into the
Oh,
U.S.
cocaine,
The CIA.
that's
Yeah, the
Snow.
cocaine stuff. Yeah, that's Snow.
Can we do? Do we know when this is happening?
The Blink-182 concert
In Phoenix?
that
Do you
you
know
have
when they're-
tickets to
I didn't actually. 'Cause I'm
June
waiting for game time.
14th. That's soon.
Buddy, fire, and I will be bringing. I am full on Ubering both ways, and it's going to be. Yes, I will bring my phone, and I'll bring everyone along with me.
What? Oh, Shane's friend is doing lights for that concert. That's cool.
What the actual fire?
That's awesome. Speaking of concerts, the NHL just announced the concert headliners for the Stanley Cup Final: Marshmello, Lil Jon, and Flo Rida. That's your speed, Petey. Come on.
Flow right in the world. I don't know about you, but I feel good.
Oh God. All right. On that note,
June 14th, Footprint Center, buddy. Can I park? I can park at work.
yep.
I
And
can't
Uber
wait.
one way.
Petey's gonna be thrown in a circle to "Can you blow my whistle, baby?
Whistle, baby, let me know.
Petey's just gonna be.
You don't think I
feeling
have that on my
We're gonna get copyrighted. Come on.
my iPod Mini? I got that. I can rock that on my MP4
Alright.
player. All right.
Well,
do
this
we have
was
anything else to talk about?
No, I think we're done. This was a fun Friday, fun day. Kind of needed
see,
it.
Brady said Blink-182 is going to be
Oh,
expensive.
that's because Brady lives in Kansas City.
Buddy, I'm Game Time Sportsbook app. Like I'm fired up.
Game times.
I don't know what it is.
That's a new one.
That's not a thing.
Oh yeah.
Not a thing.
All
Buy
right.
your
Well,
tickets and bet on sports. at the same
we're gonna
time.
wrap up here so we can let the Suns talk about
Their coach.
their coach. So stay locked in here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel literally all day. We got Suns, we got D-backs, we got Beds, we got Cardinals, we got TPSP, like just a full slate
Sure.
of shows. So stay
And we always got to
tuned.
kick it off.
We
And-
do.
and
We set
let's
the
finish our
vibes.
show the way it started. Gary Bettman wants the team in Arizona. The team is looking at sites in Arizona. Everybody relax.
Everybody relax. And everybody enjoy your weekend.
Enjoy your weekend.
And everybody hit the like button on this video because there's not enough likes for however many people are watching. And subscribe wherever you listen to audio as well. And you can follow us on Twitter at @SPetersHockey. You can follow me, Leah Merrill. You can follow Sean's adventure to Buffalo at Sean_to_pause. Follow Craig's adventure on
Sounds
on the
sounds
river.
like a National Lampoon's movie.
Craig's adventure
Sean's
on the
Adventure
river
to Buffalo.
at Craig S. Morgan.
Hello, Chippewa.
You can follow the show at PHNX_Coyotes. And we will be back Monday at 11 a.m. We are live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. So like I said, subscribe. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. And we will see everybody on Monday.